Good afternoon, Professor. I'm here to present my flowcharts for Exercise 7. So for the first little method flowchart, we are taking in a string of 13 digits, and then we are determining whether or not it actually has 13 digits. If it's yes, it returns true. If no, it returns false. Flowchart B. So after that one is completed, if we're treating all of these like little separate programs, we're going to have another start. It's going to read in 13 digits. It's going to turn that array from strings and turn it into an array of integers. So it takes it in as a string of just 13 straight numbers. And then it should return the array with those 13 positions spread out kind of like a list. And then if not, you could have like an error message pop up that say, no, it's out of range. So flowchart C, we're calling in and reading these 13 digits. This would be the array if we're going with the full big, flowchart, I think F. So we're going to compute the array. It's going to multiply all of the odd numbers by 3. So if the numbers are odd, we're going to go off this way, multiply the numbers by 3. If they're even, they're going to stay the same, and then they're going to be put back into the original positions of the array. So then in the next part, we're going to read in those 13 digits that have been multiplied, whether or not they were even or odd. And we're going to calculate the sum of the first 12 digits, not the 13th, the first 12, and then we're going to return the sum of the first 12 digits of the array. So for flowchart E, we're going to read in that array again. And this one was a little complicated for me. So if the sum and the last integer are both 0, or if 10 minus the sum divided by 10, or modulus of 10, is equal to the last integer, then we return true, else it's false. So this one was a little difficult. So let's move on to the big one, flowchart F. I guess we'll just zoom in. So F is basically just all of those other ones stuck together. So instead of having start and stop after every module or a little baby program, we're making one full program. So we're going to call in and read the 13 digits from an input file this time, instead of just throwing in some input from a command line or even just hard coding it in. So does it have 13 digits? Yes, return true. No, it's false. We're creating the integer array from the string to the digits. If it is yes, it has 13 digits, we're going to go ahead and make that array with all the positions. We're going to determine whether or not each integer, not integer, but the position of the integer is odd or even. So if it's odd, it returns those numbers multiplied by 3. If it's even, it returns the original number to the array back to its original position. So then we're going to calculate the sum of the first 12 integers. Then we're going to return that sum of the first 12 integers. And then we're going to check the property. So were these conditions met? If the sum and the last integer are both 0, or if this calculation is equal to the last integer, it returns true. Otherwise, it'll return false. And then it stops. So, yeah, thanks for listening.